Alright, what's going on everyone? The holiday season is nearly upon us, and if you're watching this video, chances are you have someone in your life who is a fan of Magic the Gathering, but you are overwhelmed by the sheer number of products that exist on the market. This guide will help you understand what you're buying, and will also give specific recommendations later if that's what you're looking for. Spoiler alert, I recommend the holiday gift bundle. Also, I'm going to be leaving sponsored Amazon affiliate links in the description. You absolutely do not have to use those. In fact, I would actually encourage you to shop at local game stores if you have one, but there will be links below to Amazon if you want to see which products I'm talking about. So let's start off by going over what you shouldn't buy, because I think that's probably more important. You want to avoid things that are just bad or not appropriate for the player you're buying for. So I actually recommend avoiding pre-constructed decks. These include challenger decks, commander decks, and these arena starter deck things. I actually think the commander and challenger decks are probably the best product that Wizards of the Coast makes. They're actually kind of amazing. The problem is they are designed with specific players in mind. So let's say the person that you're buying for only plays standard, then a commander deck actually isn't useful, because commander is a format that people play, and without question, if you know for sure that the person you're buying for plays commander or plays pioneer, the pre-constructed decks are actually really good. I recommend them highly, but only if you know for sure that the person plays that format. And if all of this sounds like gibberish to you, if you have no clue what I'm talking about, then that's exactly why I suggest avoiding these, because if you're not sure what format they play, then buying a deck might not be the best for them. So just be aware of that. I also recommend avoiding repacks. There's all kinds of these on Amazon, these weird like rare collections and stuff, and they're repackaged bulk worthless cards that no one wants. So just avoid those. Recommend avoiding those. Now, what should you buy? And I recommend just buying booster packs. They are the bread and butter of Magic products. They're the most basic thing you can buy, and they're useful for every single player. You can buy these in many forms. You can buy individual booster packs. You can buy bundles that contain 10 packs. You can buy booster boxes that have 30 plus packs. So just booster packs generally are good. And I also recommend being careful when you buy these. I recommend sticking to standard legal sets. Once again, for the same reason that I recommend avoiding pre-constructed decks, standard legal sets are going to be useful for every single person. It's guaranteed. A commander player going to be perfectly happy with a standard booster pack. A modern player going to be perfectly happy with standard booster packs. There are specialty sets like there's Commander Legends, there's Modern Horizons. There's sets that are designed with specific formats in mind, but sticking to standard legal sets makes the most sense. And those sets currently include Innistrad Crimson Vow, Innistrad Midnight Hunt, Forgotten Realms, Strixhaven, Kaldheim, and Zendikar Rising. So you can see the list here, you can see the logos here. If you're looking on Amazon, just stick to these sets, and keep in mind that there are many Innistrad sets. You specifically want Crimson Vow, Midnight Hunt. Same thing with Zendikar Rising. There are multiple Zendikar sets, but Zendikar Rising is the current standard legal one. And also keep in mind that standard legal sets change. So if you're watching this at a later date, maybe you're watching this a couple years from now, maybe you just searched for a holiday gift guide and this one came up, that's fine. There's a website that tracks current standard legal sets, and I will link it below. It's called What's in Standard. So even if these sets aren't relevant when you're watching this video, that website will tell you what's standard legal, and I just recommend sticking to standard sets just because there's an absolute guarantee that it will be relevant to the person that you're buying for. So at this point, now that we've established that you should probably just be buying booster packs of some kind, you're basically just deciding what price point you want to buy at. If you're looking for stocking stuffers, you can actually just buy individual booster packs. These typically cost like $4 USD in US dollars. You can buy these in big box stores. You can buy them in Walmart and Target. Do note that if you buy them there, they will be in a cardboard sleeve. So individual booster packs, a few dollars each. Stick to standard legal sets, that's fine. The next step up from that is pre-release packs. You won't find these in big box stores because these are technically intended for pre-release events and game stores. Basically, you go to a game store, you get one of these, you open all the cards, and then you build a deck from that box. But they're just regular booster packs, and there's always excess of these after pre-release that end up on Amazon. You can usually buy them for around $25 or so. They contain 6 packs, So at that price, definitely worth it. $20 to $25. Wouldn't spend more than that, but in that price range, these are absolutely fine. After that comes bundles. These are very popular. People really like these. They contain 10 packs, and they typically sell around $35 to $40 or so on Amazon. I've opened one of these in a video in the past, so I'll leave a link to that if you're interested, if you want to see what it looks like. It's just a box with booster packs. There's some extra stuff. You get a 20-sided die, you get a storage box, just some extra stuff. But generally, if you can find these around $35 to $40, which is what they usually sell for on Amazon, totally worth it. And once again, stick to those standard legal sets. There's also the gift edition, like I mentioned earlier. This is probably my top recommendation. These are just regular bundles, the same bundles we just talked about, but they're fancy. They're a little bit fancier. They have a nicer box, a nicer storage box. The D20 dice is upgraded, so it's a little bit fancier, and it comes with a collector booster. We're going to talk more about those in just a little bit, but it's basically just a fancy, expensive booster. So it's an upgraded bundle. You have a bundle that you can typically get for like $35 to $40, and then the gift editions are like $40 to $45, so like $5 to $10 more, and there's just some extra fancy stuff it's kind of nice. So gift editions, fantastic. Definitely consider those. Very easy, right? You're buying a holiday gift, it's the gift edition, it's designed to be gifted, and it's actually pretty good. So check those out. Just be sure that you don't overpay. These are limited. They don't print a bunch of these, so sometimes there can be supply problems and they can be a little bit overpriced. So as I'm recording this, and this might change by the time you see this, but as I'm recording this, the Crimson Vow gift edition is selling for $60, and at that price, I recommend just avoiding it. Just buy a regular bundle. $60 is way too much, but the Forgotten Realms gift edition is pretty close to the same price as the regular bundles, $42 right now, and at that price, that's fantastic. So right now, there's 3 gift editions in standard. There's the Zendikar Rising one, there's Forgotten Realms, and there's Crimson Vow, and you can look those up. I'll leave links below, and anyone that's close to the regular bundle price is probably worth it. The next step up from this is booster boxes. Now these typically cost around $100 USD, so it's a little bit more expensive, though you can sometimes find them for as low as like $90 or so. So these contain nothing but boosters. There's nothing fancy about them. They're 30 to 36 boosters or so, depending on some variation. I'll talk about that some more, but these are the cheapest price you can pay per pack. You're only paying like $2 to $3 per pack. In fact, if you have multiple Magic players, say you're buying for 3 Magic players, you could actually just buy one of these, open it, and then split the packs up, because they're just filled with regular booster packs, and you'll actually get them for the cheapest possible. Now, I will say that boosters are a little bit more complicated than they used to be, because there are currently 3, technically 4 if we count theme boosters, but ignore those. There are 3 types of boosters. There are set boosters, draft boosters, and collector boosters. So ignoring collector boosters for just a second, set and draft boosters are very close to the same in terms of value. So technically, a set booster box, it only contains 30 boosters, whereas a draft box contains 36. So a set booster box contains less packs, but set boosters contain extra rares. Many people believe that you can get close to 40 rares in a box of 30 boosters, whereas with draft boosters, you get 36 packs and you'll typically get 36 rares, 37 because you'll get a foil rare. But the point is, the difference is so minuscule that it's not a huge deal. I would generally favor set boosters. Most people believe that set boosters and set booster boxes are the better value, but we're talking like a small percentage. Like if you're looking at a set booster box for $130 and a draft box for $90, you'd be much better off just getting the $90 draft box. But if you're looking at 2 boxes, there's a set box for $100, there's a draft box for $100. Honestly, like I would go for the set box, but it doesn't like make a huge deal. It's not like the end of the world. They're both fine. Now, collector boosters, on the other hand, these are premium, expensive packs. They're very expensive. You're talking like $15-ish per pack, like $10 to $20. It varies a lot, but they're the very expensive packs. They don't contain anything more powerful. They contain the same cards. They just contain fancy versions of the cards, as well as more rares. They're just fancier looking. They're really just cosmetic, but you have, regular cards, and then you have these fancy versions, different borders, different arts, foil treatments, all kinds of just like fancy stuff. And they are nice. They're very cool, but they are very expensive. But that's why I think the gift edition is so good. The gift bundles contain one of those collector packs. So they're really fancy, they're kind of expensive, and it's basically thrown into the gift edition for just a few extra bucks. So that's why the gift edition is so great in my opinion. So if all of that was confusing, let me simplify things by just giving a few specific recommendations. And remember, there are links to everything that I'm talking about here in the description below. So first off, as I've been saying, gift editions, fantastic. So at the time of this recording, I would recommend the Forgotten Realms version. It is currently the cheapest. The prices are on screen, though of course you should check the prices. If one of them's cheaper, then go with the cheaper one, because they're different sets, but any's fine. So check the prices and buy whatever you want. Crimson Vow is technically the newest. Zendikar Rising is technically the oldest. Which one's more powerful is debatable, but anything's fine. I also just recommend bundles if you don't want to go with the gift edition. At the time of this recording, the best deal currently on Amazon is Zendikar Rising at just $33, although there are a couple more in the $35 range, so great price point. Bundles are great, all of these are fine. Anyone would be happy to receive one of these. I also really recommend the Magic art books. These are really cool. They're also relatively unknown. They're coffee table books with a lot of art and lore in them. They're really cool, and no one seems to really talk about these or know about them. So I definitely recommend these for book lovers specifically. Just make sure that they are the art books. There are some cheaper books. I have a couple of these and I don't consider them to be very good, but the art books, they're called The Art of Magic, and then a set name. There's like The Art of Magic Kaladesh, The Art of Magic Innistrad, The Art of Magic War of the Spark. These books, very cool. Definitely recommend them for people who like books. Lastly, if you're looking for a gift card, if you just don't want to think about any of this, just want to get a gift card, the best online retailers for that are probably Card Kingdom and TCG Player. These are some of the biggest retailers, and they both offer gift cards. Card Kingdom actually offers physical cards. You can pay for them. They'll ship them to you, and then you can put those in a card. So if you want a physical gift card that you can put in a Christmas card or whatever, Card Kingdom offers those. TCG Player is just a digital code, I believe, where they send it by email, but both are fine. I'll leave links to their gift card pages down below. So there you go. I hope this was helpful. I know there are a lot of products, and for those outside of the Magic community, it's gotten very confusing lately, as there has been a huge amount of very different products. Wizards of the Coast has been trying to make more specialized products for specific players, which is great if you're a Magic player, but probably confusing if you're not. But generally, the easiest, most simplest thing you can do is just buy anything from a standard set, specifically bundles and the gift editions. Both great, and pretty much anyone would be happy with that. So hopefully that clarifies things. If it did, be sure to leave a like, that's appreciated, and thanks for watching regardless.